This is Joe Fazer, 6'4", 180-pound British fitness influencer, who feels the need to mention his height in every single video. He has over 1.6 million subscribers, and he recently just released his video simply titled, "This Drink Got Me Shredded." And I can't lie, seeing this thumbnail really intrigued me, to the point where I'm just gonna rip it off and use the same thing too. But more importantly, I wanted to see what this drink consisted of, so we're gonna watch this video, react to it, give my own thoughts, and of course we're gonna have to try this concoction at the end of this video.
This drink here got me shredded in 2 weeks. Let me explain. You see, the majority of my life, I have been a pretty lean guy. However, more recently, my eating has increased and it's resulted in me gaining a bit of fat. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm obviously not fat. However, I have a holiday in 2 weeks and I just want to get shredded to the bone. But at the same time, I want to eat whatever I want. Is this possible?
Alright, let's stop right there. From one hard gainer to another, why are you trying to cut? You're obviously looking pretty good, and you can just use the same excuse that every other gym bro uses whenever they get fat. You're just bulking. And looking at Joe, I would believe it because he's not looking bad at all, and he even says it himself that he's not fat, but still, why are we cutting, bro? Or bruv, I should say.
Potentially with the help of this bad boy.
But what actually is
That's
this?
what I'm wondering.
See, the other day I was in Lidl doing my usual weekly shop, and I stumbled across this drink. Liquid egg whites, literally pure protein. 240 calories for 54 grams of protein. That is insane. But the problem with egg whites, when you cook them, they're boring to eat, they take ages to eat, and they're just not convenient. So that's when the idea of drinking these came into my head.
So, bro, secret drink is just drinking straight egg whites. I mean, who else could he gotten this idea from? I'm the one that persuades you guys to eat at least 30 eggs per day because it's equivalent to a small steroid cycle. I mean, the best natty influencer, Dylan McNatty, said it himself.
Like most people, my mate thought this sounded disgusting. And
I did too.
I did as well, but I added some chocolate sauce for flavour.
I'm quite nervous.
Alright, chocolate sauce?
What, before me?
Yeah.
Egg whites and chocolate. No, it's not actually that bad.
He's not lying, I can tell by his face.
Easy drinkable.
So egg whites don't really have a taste. I've tried it once or twice in my life. Don't ask why. So if you're putting chocolate sauce in there, I'm just imagining that it tastes like maybe watered down chocolate milk. And remember, we're going to try at the end of this video, so I'll let you guys know.
So, with these bad boys, I have a plan which will get me shredded in the next 2 weeks.
Okay, day one of egg whites. Just woken up. Cheers.
Down the hatch. Dang, he's good at slurping it up.
Delicious.
Okay, so let me explain the whole plan. You see, I'm 6'4".
Hey,
and
he did the thing.
109 pounds. According to a
Well, I was
calorie
off by 10
calculator,
pounds.
my
It's okay.
maintenance is about 3,383 calories. But obviously, as I'm on an aggressive cut, I want to lower this to about 2,883 calories a day. I don't want to be losing muscle or strength. And on a cut, you want to eat about 1.3 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So there we have it. That's the amount of calories I need to eat a day, and that's the amount of protein. So what's my day going to look like to achieve this?
Every morning I wake up at 10 AM. I'm going to drink a bottle of egg whites as my first meal. Then I'm going to go to the gym and do cardio, burning about the amount of calories as that first bottle. 3 hours later, I have my second meal, which is another bottle of egg whites. And then after that, I wait another 3 hours. So it's about 4 PM at this point. This is the current calories and protein my body's on. And as I go to bed at about 12, I've only got about 8 hours to get 2,643 calories in me. So basically what that means is for the next 8 hours, I can, to an extent, pretty much eat whatever the fuck I want.
So basically the reason why he's doing this is to effectively cut and maintain as much muscle as possible. So by his logic, he's drinking one of those egg shakes, which is around 54 grams of protein and I think like 150 calories or something like that. Maybe 250. I don't remember exactly how many, but it was enough protein to be able to get him through his muscle maintenance goal or whatever you want to call it, but also enough calories to be able to keep him in a calorie deficit so that he can eat whatever he wants for the rest of the day. And he's drinking this 2 times, so that's effectively like 108 grams of protein and like 500, 600 calories per day, which on paper doesn't sound too bad. And throughout this video, I'm gonna watch the rest of it right now. It looks like he did make some good progress.
This video started more as a joke, a fun little experiment. But it's been 2 weeks. I'm 2.5 kilos down, and as you can see, I'm looking a fair bit leaner. The holiday that I was preparing for, I thought I looked the best I ever have. And it's all thanks to these bad boys right here.
So he's 2.5 kilos down, which is around 5-6 pounds down. In 2 weeks, that's actually really good. That's 3 pounds per week that he just lost. But did the drink really help that much? The whole reason why I'm making this video is because I see some flaws within this video. For example, he mentions it in the comment section of this same video. Please note, if you're considering drinking egg whites, please make sure you take the supplement biotin. Raw eggs contain the protein avidin, which can bind the protein and stop its absorption. This can lead to thinning hair, with loss of hair color, skin rashes, and depression, lethargy, hallucination, all that other bad stuff. Even though he didn't mention it in the video, he at least mentioned it in the comment section. But on top of that, he fails to mention that the protein in raw eggs isn't as absorbable as the protein in cooked eggs. So that 54 grams that he was drinking is actually around 27 grams of protein. And as far as I'm aware, you absorb the calories the same whether it's cooked or raw, so he's drinking the same amount of calories. And that leads me to my third observation, is that this is basically equal to a regular protein shake. You can drink a Fairlife with 26 grams of protein and however many calories that thing has. I like this next comment right here though. Bro is dirty cutting, which is unironically true. This next comment, Coach Greg raging in front of his camera right now. Can't wait to see his video on this. Hopefully he mentions this video as well. But other than that, this shake could cause balding if you're not careful. It actually has half as much protein as he thinks he's drinking, and it'll probably be more convenient just to drink a regular protein shake. I'm gonna cover the cost in a second to compare it to a regular Fairlife, but until then, we're gonna see if the taste can make up for it. Alright, so unfortunately I couldn't find the same brand that Joe was using, 2 chicks, 1 bottle or whatever. So instead, we're gonna be using Bob Evans Delicious White Liquid, which for today is just gonna have to get the job done. Thanks for coming through, Bobby. And I'm also gonna be using just some regular old Hershey's chocolate syrup, and the steps didn't look too challenging. It looked like he just squirted a bunch of that creamy brown liquid in. I'm gonna just add enough to where it'll taste kind of decent, but it won't overflow. And look, we got some eruption happening right there. All right, let's pop the top back on, and last step, just shake it as much as you can until everything in there is all nice and creamed up. There we go. You know you're doing something right when you have some leakage. Let's pour it up, see what it's looking like. There we go. Oh yeah. All the way to the brim, baby. Let's go. And there we are. Joe Fazer's chocolate egg drink. This thing looks like a bath time in the bathroom. Probably what I'm going to be looking like 20 minutes after drinking this. All right, let's give it a go. See how it tastes. That actually is not bad at all. I was expecting this thing to taste like spit in a bottle, but it actually just tastes like regular old chocolate milk. There is a slight salty flavor. I'm not sure if that's from my boy Bob over here or if that's like an extra ingredient that Hershey's put in their syrup or something. Pretty sure that the egg whites just have a salty taste to it, but it adds to the flavor. It's actually pretty drinkable. Now, would I pay $3.50 for this again? Probably not, because that's also the same price as a Fairlife, which, like I said before, has around the same macros as this, but it's also tasting a little better. This was a fun experiment. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Make sure you watch this next video if you want to put on 30 pounds of muscle and look like Nick Smith.